Optic Burn is nice. Your Cold Embrace protects versus the Quills as well as that high Warpath damage that comes into. So yeah, I think it's a good Bristol pick, but there are some solutions already for Quincy that could form to be a bit of a tough.
They have great, I believe this is a word you use a lot, out spam or whatever, that you can spam out waves with Wyvern, Splinter Blast, Gyro, obviously can do a lot of work, Tusk Shards, you can alleviate a lot of pressure, keep waves back, and not allow, business associates to just battering ram the way down a lane. Kind of like what they did with the first game. They built up their momentum from the laning phase, then just came together around the Viper and just started taking down lanes. That will not be as easy against a lineup that's got like that pesky Wyvern in the back lines and a creeping Tusk even in the corner. Death Prophet, I believe, was even ignored all last game, but she has been a real hot. She's been a real hot meta hero. Let me tell you, Death Prophet for sure.
Oof. I'm liking this Bat Rider. This is a hero that I think I always call out for. Whenever I see Wyvern, I'm always just screaming. The two heroes, actually, when I see Wyvern, I'm screaming Pugna Bat Rider, always.
Yeah?
These super high magic damage heroes that just... Cold Embrace, thank you, you're dead. Amazing. And you're good at running these heroes down. They have terrible... Wyvern has pretty bad turn rate. Same thing versus Gyro. Love this Bat Rider pick. I think it works really well with Snapfire, too. In both ways. Your cookie in, cookie out. Your ulti also synergizes nicely with it. I think Snapfire is also good versus Wyvern.
Yeah, they don't have a good save for the bat. They don't even have a good save for it. I mean, Snowball, I don't know, you'd have to be pretty damn fancy with it, but he's going to jump in, get a lasso pullback, and it's going to be very awkward. There have to be an answer for it elsewhere, and there it is. The Legion Commander has the save. But, that can't feel great when you have to commit your off lane as like a dedicated save to bail someone else out. Also good against the Bristleback. Can't fault on that, of course. Duel the Bristleback, make him face you.
Yeah, it's a double.
It's
It's definitely a bit of a double.
Bit of a double.
That's nice. I actually do like Legion a bit too. Even with Gyro anyway, just press the attack and just you pump out your flag. But yeah, very good. Versus that bat, versus that Bristle. How much have we seen? Is Legion relatively popular?
Yeah. She's like Mars, right there with Beastmaster. I've probably seen just as much play as Beastmaster, I'd say. Definitely in all of the regions too, if it suits. I mean, OG have done like mid lane. Legion Commander, if it seems like it's, I mean, that's what this type of drafting has led to. A lot of these last pick counters, and then suddenly you'll see a team just totally reinvent how they want to lane it, and they'll suddenly put their off laner to the mid lane and their mid laner to the side lane, and we have.
I think I saw that LC. They were versus a Broodmother, right? That was like oh shit, we need to put something mid versus Brood.
Yeah, it was something like that. It's been crazy, man. Pylite Eye, 5 position. Death Prophet happened. Ember Spirit's been in the 4 position, been in the 3, been in the 2. It's been pretty wild stuff for sure. But now as we move in, final sets, Waver going to get banned out from the business associate side of things as Quincy Crew. I guess potentially are considering their 1 position if we're thinking this is going to be a safe lane Gyro just like last game, and a potentially off lane Legion Commander here, which she doesn't know what her matchup is potentially yet, but they feel confident to pick it with the counters, of course.
Give them the Viper, right? They picked a Bristle, give him a Viper, break him.
Oh wow,
doesn't sound like something that Quinn would do. What would Quinn do? Invoker.
Ooh. Okay. Well, that helps deal with the mana problem with the Bristleback.
That's a mana thing. Yeah, exactly. I was about to say the EMP can be pretty nice. EMP is also always good versus Wyvern with Wyvern because it's one of those spells that you don't care if they're cursed. You're still gonna blow their mana through that, which is pretty decent.
Yeah, exactly. Just great team fight.
Okay.
Good crowd
Alacrity
control.
For Gyro too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Damage, yeah. Alacrity and the Legion Commander. So that guy's gonna be pew-pewing. Insane. But it's business associates here trying to close out 2-0 here. Final pick looks like it could be a mid laner.
I do want to say though, I think I've been raving to see some invokers because of all the changes he's been getting. He's gotten buffed, he's gotten changed, reworked, etc. I think I've seen him lose every game. Except when it's been like Thompson.
Yeah, right? Thompson, and I think no one has been the other person who's had some good success with Invoker recently.
I did see 1 or 2 games from Noah that he
But you're right, he has been kind of feisty or famine-y on the Invoker side of things. But okay, last pick is a Lone Druid here. It is a Moo Classic, and he feels it's a strong one here. I mean, do they really have answers for the bear mean, Curse is interesting, but for the others, it could prove to be a little problematic rather, if Moo can't farm
Okay.
up.
I don't think I saw Lone Druid coming.
Yeah, Lone Druid also. I gotta say also for this meta, we have been seeing an incredibly wide variety of pickups. It feels like there's only a few heroes that are not seeing the light of day, like Pudge maybe. But even yesterday, I've seen like a Clinks. We've seen Techies, plenty mostly in the hands of Virtus Pro. But still, everybody's been
Wait,
throwing
what
a little
heroes
bit
did
of
you just
everything.
say?
Before Techies,
You said techies? There's been techies?
Zayach, right? Or
It's
Zayach?
Zayat. Okay, that
I
makes
mean,
sense. Of
they
course. I was gonna
are.
say there's only one player that would
Yeah,
play that shit
and
right
I
now,
gotta
man.
say, they're making it look damn good. I would not be
Okay.
surprised if some teams consider it. I think they're not trying to show it too much, but when they interviewed Rezo after the game, because he was off laning, I believe, as a Mars or an Axe with the techies. Imagine Mars with techies. You're just spearing people like in the mines and shit. Like, it's such a crazy pairing. And he's like, it's amazing, and we have the best techies, so we would love to use it as much as we could. But I imagine they're like not trying to show that off too much. You don't want to get that respect ban every game.
Yeah, I mean that guy's a known techie spammer in
I've heard he's
pubs.
like the
I mean
best.
that hero's still like that hero's weird. I'll always put it out there. I
Yeah.
think that hero is
It's
gonna be
not he
viable
does
in the
not
position he's
play
in,
it.
but he's just tough.
He does not play it like everybody else. It's not like I make a defensive set of mines and hope that they
No,
come
he's
to me.
aggressive.
He's aggressive. Yeah, he is very aggressive. Definitely not like your typical pub techies. Don't even try it, folks.
So the other thing that I was curious about is that I know for a while as well, for like maybe even a month now, was the patch where Lycan hit, and then I thought he didn't really get nerfed. I mean, he got nerfed, but I thought he was still like this auto win almost pick. He's not being banned or picked in this. Did that like change recently? Did people figure something?
He only saw like one game yesterday, but yeah, he was coming into. I know when we were jumping into the ESL league, was coming in as like the top pickup, certainly for like NA. But I don't know. Yeah, that role slowly went down, and
Okay.
I don't know what it was. They had an answer for the snowball potential. I know he got hit with that tiny nerf, but I don't know. His reign died just as fast as it started. It's a good question that I
I
unfortunately
did
don't have
see
an answer
him.
for.
No, it's cool. I mean I should know these things usually. Like I said, I haven't been watching too much. I've been kind of just chilling. Coronavirus. I'm kind of on like the back foot. I didn't. All my casting gigs got canceled, so I've just been, just living, just playing other games, just relaxing a little bit. So I don't know. I didn't really know. I didn't really know what heroes were gonna like just dominate because I saw like the Headdress meta, then I saw this Ring of Tarask meta, and then I just saw Lycan dominating
Yeah.
pubs in 20 minutes. So I didn't know if something maybe changed.
No, that's totally understandable here. We'll see the bounty swing out. Actually, if you don't mind, I'm going to do a quick restart of my game. My arrow keys were not working, and I know that my camera skills would be much worse than they have been. So I'm just reloading in
So
real fast.
Radiant team has a pretty dream magic stick game in my opinion. Magic wand. You're playing versus Bat Rider and Bristleback, so you're probably gonna have 15 to 20. You're probably gonna have all your wand charges forever. So we will probably see people having that. And it's gonna be Invoker versus Bat Rider mid.
Invoker versus Bat Rider mid. Okay, yeah, so they're shifting the Bat Rider to the mid lane. Okay.
It's gonna be a little bit tough for Invoker. I feel your turn rate is pretty lousy. But we'll see how he does do with his Quas Wex. Because you can also Tornado when he does end up start going on you. And Bat Rider can always be one of those heroes that's just tough to last hit in general. But Quinn up to 8 stacks, eats a Flame Break. He's gonna take quite a bit of a damage. Oh yeah, that spell got nerfed pretty hard too. That's
Yeah.
the other one.
All right, I'm back in. My key's still not working, but I can make it work. I have my middle mouse to move, so sorry if the camera is a little wonky, folks. I will do the best I can given the situation. But
Oof. Top lane, what the heck just happened? I usually stare at mid lane for the first 2 minutes before I even glance at other lanes. Top, they got MSS incredibly low with an Ogre and a Lone Druid. I guess they must have gotten some body blocks and just with the Ignite.
yeah, I mean, even though Ogre did lose that bit of armor, he's still very, very tanky here. But that normally would be the case against most lanes, but this is a Tusk lane after all. And as you can see with his tag team now, look at his life. Look at it go down, and right on cue, MSS helps in just finishing off. I mean, Toger, you're fat, but you're not ready for tag team.
No, Tusk is that just he changes anything. Like he's oh my god, you're full health, you're dead, you just died. You died so quickly.
Oh, more trouble bottom, yeah. SVG forced to limp out from trouble. Brax chases him through, is successful finishing him off with the quills, but he'll meet his own with a homing missile. Tries to pop the salve, but does end up falling in. Look at this rocket barrage damage. He tries to juke around the tree stump where possible, eating through the trees. Ring around the rosy. See you later. Out and out the other direction. My goodness. But yeah, the boots being the difference there.
Nicely done. All right. And mid, Quinn is also doing excellent, by the way. I've actually was watching the way he handled the lane. He was really good about, he's been making sure to pressure the lane in tornado early. So he's actually doubling up the wave kind of versus Bat Rider, which makes it a lot harder for 9 to play aggressive at all. So I actually want to commend Quinn on that quite a bit here. As I say that, he's getting gone on in mid.
He is? Oh.
Forced to ghost walk.
Yeah. Forced to step off. Gotta respect the Bat Rider. Respect the stickies.
I think he did amazing in those first 3-4 waves. I think he played it perfect, doubling up the wave versus Bat Rider.
It's going to be interesting to see how he segues out from that mid lane and what they want to do, because we've been seeing a lot of different like approaches to the mid lane, as far as like even some of them getting a bit proactive and going cross country and making early kills set up, which have been successful, but then that kind of goes hand in hand with building up too much of a kill bounty over your head and then leaving your mid laner behind. They tend to scale so much from the XP. It could end up prove a bit troublesome. I know, like, Envy's been instituting that style a bit. It hasn't really worked out too well, but he's not the only one. I know. But here we go.
9 just stepped up pretty far in mid. He's tanky though, has a Bat Rider, high stats. Quinn doing excellent. This is a much better start than last game, I'd say. Already last game was 4 minutes in. It was a bit more of an advantage for Business Associates.
Right, Biver gets hit with the root. Some right clicks, but is able to kind of flex off as MSS will assist him a bit. And they double back. Looks like Moose had to make a trip all the way back home here, leaving Brax to the bottom. But I'm curious if Brax could eventually hold his own down here, and we could see Granny look for kill setups elsewhere.
Quinn!
Oh. 9 stacks. 9 stacks, 8 HP. How does this man get away with it?
Oh, man. He had 8-9 stacks there. Almost gets brought down.
Swift rotation also comes out from Biver. Biver's still hanging around. He gets hit with the tornado. Biver moving in with the tag team, but here comes Moose. That Moose rotation can't get the target onto Quinn. Oh my gosh. Moose. So much damage, and with that shard block, it is all but certain. Granny's first rotation, she falls flat on her face.
And now 9, there's an earn charge on Quinn. He's actually looking to get aggressive. He's got the tornado, but it's not enough damage.
Quinn is out for vengeance from the last game. He is trying to put on a clinic where possible in the mid lane. Nearby, Fear on that Ogre, trying to contest bounties. Now gets blocked out. Biver all over the place on this Tusk. Sets it up for MSS to take down.
Oof. MSS boots already. Ring of Tarisk. He's having a great start here. I actually thought the Lone Druid plus Ogre lane would be like fully secured, because Lone Druid already amazing laner, right? Ogre, godly laner too, but Legion Commander is having a great start up top. And yeah, again, Biver. Opportunities found.
Yeah, making kills happen, taking down 9 in that mid lane. And action everywhere here. Brax is content on trying to cut the wave and pull it out, but you are thinking about making chase here with the homing missile. Here comes Fear now. On the side, and moves.
Range creeps. Now he's going to look to get aggressive. He's so close to level 6 on Yawar. He's actually just going to TP.
Yawar bails out. He's good. They don't have a way to stop it. No stun available, and he's gone.
He was literally like 1 creep from 6, and then
Lasso mid lane. Does he have enough damage to burn down Quinn here? 4 stacks.
Trying.
Slow walk. Slow walk. No one can TP. They already all TP'd bottom. Finally burns it down. Biver shows up. May get the redemption kill. It's too late to save Quinn, but it's still a notch in the belt for Biver, who gets involved in so much.
Biver's killing it this game. Already level 5. 5 of the kills, 5 of 6 have been because of him.
But
securing the lanes very nicely. 2k advantage already. And they've got good levels as well. It's the important thing. They've got 2K experience advantage already at the 7-minute mark. These supports, level 4.5 on SVG, level 5 on the Tusk, very important for them. Comparison, Snapfire, level 3.5, same thing with Ogre.
Yeah,
Very big advantage right
they're
now.
moving around a lot, but they're not getting the kills like Quincy Crew are. So they are
Yeah.
dry in the XP department, and that's going to begin to feel very awkward because I do not see Quincy Crew letting up with the pressure that they're dishing with their supports. Biver is just a man roaming the river right now to find any sort of opportunity. Most of them congregated down towards the bottom, hoping to keep Brax in check, who can't even comfortably approach the lane creeps right now. He's very low on mana, and he is in trouble with the Winter's Curse coming out, or the Arctic Burn rather. They slow him down, but he gets the jump out. The good cookie comes out from Moose, and Brax
Tusk makes Bristle just not even look like a bristleback.
Yeah,
it's so squishy. Already 3 points in that tag team. It's always up for his rotations. Mid now. Fear. Look how much damage they hit.
It's
an Ogre.
Makes you kind of regret going for Ogre and not grabbing up the Tusk where it was available. Potential follow-up kill as they could get Quinn. Nice grab there from 9, but Yawar shows up. Dishes down the call down, but it's not super effective.
Ooh.
Nice catch though on the 9. Biver with the shard block. Beautifully done as he continues to impress on the Tusk.
Just as the Firefly was ending as well. Very nicely done by Biver.
They try to shift all the way to the bottom lane. Brax does not want any of it. Has to step off.
I'm just following Biver's. This is sorry. I mean, this is literally like it's been Biver's hero for so long that he's always been spectacular, and he's crushing it right now. Just gonna follow his camera really quick.
Yeah, I don't blame you for it. I kind of wonder if business associates regretting not acknowledging the respect for that Tusk pick early on in the draft. We didn't get to see it last game, so maybe something that was potentially slept on, but he can just make, as you mentioned before, these meaty offlaners look so weak and then still continue to provide everything he had before with just all the tools for potential saves, catches, chase. He just got a little bit of everything here, and now him and Quinn on the smoke, on the move. Where's their target going to be? Are they going to wrap down south now to go for the mid lane, or are they all the way up north trying to go in?
Looks like they're reading the movements. I think they're like MSS starts pushing up aggressively on the tower and there's no response. They know that this is a clear movement from business associates to the bottom lane. So now they're trying to surround this mid tower. They've got pretty good wraparound on him, Moose. He's actually committing forward with the cookie.
9's there with Fear, so they think that they have a numbers advantage, but here comes the surprise trap from the Quincy crew as they roll in from the jungle front with everything and the full posse. They finish it off with a cherry on top. MSS stepping in with the duel, gets the win, and they'll follow it up with a tier 1 takedown mid lane. Okay, this is a much better setup and early game from Quincy crew. It's like a total 180 from the previous game.
Yeah, they're actually they read the movements perfectly that time. Right, what we were saying, they saw, well, they expected business associates to be bottom because that lone druid disappeared at the top as the Legion's pushing. They know if they surround mid, they have good numbers. Business associates, I can't believe that Snapfire actually cookied in. That was crazy to me when you don't see anything on the map.
Yeah, exactly.
Cookies in aggressively puts yourself in a really bad spot. And your supports, like we were mentioning, they're under-leveled. Ogre as well as Snapfire, level 4-5. You look at the supports on the side of, I almost say Chaos, and Quincy, they're both level 6+. They've had such a spectacular start, and they're just setting the tempo.
This will do nicely.
5K net worth advantage at not even 11 minutes into the game yet. Quincy crew feeling real good at this point. Do you just go straight Spirit Vessel on your Invoker? I mean, it's good against stuff like, I guess, the Bristleback, let's say, or is that excessive?
Great versus Lone Druid.
Great versus Lone Druid
as well.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. So I guess that answers that.
Spirit Link is obnoxious, so and you're just like high HP hero. If he does even like skill true form, which he doesn't have right now, but just high damage taken. It's just a valuable item. Now Invoker, your item builds are weird, in my opinion now. Like,
they're jumping mid, but there is business associates members nearby who could get the jump onto Quinn, and they're doing so now. A bump back, a nice tornado. He tries to walk out, but they have the dust, but they don't have the health as they move on in. MSS shows up, intervenes, gets the jump onto 9, and finishes him off. Now Brax tries to go in, but they couldn't get a hold of Quinn. And business associates will have to back out and withdraw. That was them trying to bait out a catch onto Quincy crew, and it's not successful.
Oof, this game is so out of hand already. Your Batrider mid, who's you're opting to have a good time, is bottom 4 net worth. Your lone druid's desperately trying to find space to farm, and now he's actually getting surrounded.
Your lone druid may be dead
out.
here. A little bit of a Savage Roar. Long tornado. Caught him. MSS is there. MSS finishes him off. Doesn't even want to hold out for the duel. The curse from SVG to lock down the Bat Rider. Brax trying to muscle on forward. Already down to half of his life. Not getting enough quill stackage there. Biver does roll into potential trouble as he gets a lot of Mortimer kisses right onto his head. He will be the one casualty for Quincy Crew so far. Here comes Yawar, though. Yep, dropping the call down with the duel setup from MSS. They blow up Brax and take the free damage. Tornado is there. Yawar with the chase, and Fear will be going down next. It is a double kill for Yawar, and a very successful Quincy Crew movement into the bottom lane.
The most ideal type of scenario too, right? Yawar just shows up for the cleanup. He made like his long journey down toward bottom after farming excessively and get some cleanup kills. Now top as well. Immediately, look at this.
How did they get there so fast? Oh my God!
The outpost.
The outpost.
Yep, they played that super well. Now they get this incredibly successful fight bottom where the lone druid was just trying to desperately get farm, and business associates are all over the place now. They tried to take numbers advantage, but they're never going to have them now at this rate. This is a totally different game than we saw from Quincy Crew last time.
It really feels like the script has just been flipped. It's desperation now from Moo on his lone druid to try to farm up some strong damage potential or something onto his lone druid. We've already mentioned how supports are just lacking in nutrition to really offer, you know, a strong showing into these fights aside from a casual save. Top lane, more damage potentially to come the way of MSS as they get a duel set up onto Brax. Don't quite time it or take it down fast enough, but it doesn't matter. It's Bristleback taken off the map again, and Quincy Crew taking a stronger hold on the map.
Dire's middle tower is under
Oof.
That's been the name of this series so far, is oof, on how things have panned out.
Sometimes there's like, you know, the last one I'm giving a chance. I was giving a chance to Quincy throughout the majority of it because they have, you know, team fight as a comeback mechanism. Business associates, they don't have the team fight. They only have Snapfire, their Bat Rider, and their Bat Rider who's most of the time a hero that when you have Bat Rider, it's like this hero has to do well in the lane or his catch-up is really grim. He's having an atrocious game, 2 and 6. He doesn't really have much of a catch-up mechanism for him, especially when they can't actually get pickoffs either, because usually it's like Bat Rider plus Skyrim. No, I mean, I'm using right here, but Skyrim plus some burst hero, right?
Yeah,
so your last one can get a kill. They don't really have that. It's your Snapfire ulti that's kind of gradual, and there's a counter pick. There's a Legion commander who just is always in position right now with a blink to dispel these lassos. So it's looking.
It's looking almost hopeless. It's tough.
Yeah.
They're hoping for misplays. A jump on the Moo's Bear is free money, and now a swift follow-up duel onto Brax on the north, while down below, SVG could be in a bit of trouble. They'll chase out for that one. We keep eyes on Brax with that Spirit Vessel. He is certainly done for. Unstoppable showing on Quinn's Invoker. Here we go. Mortar chases on, but how much is left in the tank for
the Bear.
Business?
They're baiting it.
Turn around for the Bear. Okay, nice call down. Right on top of their head. Oh, 9. Yeah, they quickly cancel out that lasso.
And
finish off the Bear. That's the last Bear. He has no Bear for 80 seconds. If they just wipe, we could see.
Oh my God, they're just
we could see the GG come out. Here comes Quincy Crew, but Moose is right in the mix, trying to burst down Biver. They get that kill. Quincy may be too weak and wounded at this point to keep fighting. SVG. He's back in action. He has Curse.
Oh, the duel. He jumps back in.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. When you're running away from some half HP, 1/3 mana heroes, you know you're feeling pretty grim about the game.
Yeah, 10K net
double
worth
bear
advantage.
Killed.
Ooh. Yeah,
Bear's
double
just,
bear.
I mean, just
40 seconds
so
of him being a range creep.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have an item on this hero. It's like he just has an ironwood tree. Nothing but little Johnny Appleseed here, as he has nothing but nothing.
With tag team and with medallion, like that bear is it's not a big bad bear. It's a little baby cub.
The medallion coming from Quinn. That's a nice little addition, for the burst potential. And Biver just double bracer. I mean, that's all you need. Don't need any fancy schmancy items. Just get a little stat padding, a little survivability. go in there and use your skills. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the medallion. He can go for a solar crest. I think it's super nice. You just throw it on your gyrocopter, and then he's this super buff carry. This is like the support-esque kind of invoker build that we've seen done by a couple players. Immediately sees the bear. He medallions it, cold snap, spirit vessels it.
Damn, that
Every
was
single time it's gonna walk into the fight.
Why do you have the spirit vessel it so early though? Save those charges. Got one left, I guess. But all right,
Brax.
mana, EMP, Brax is dead. That's the third straight duel for him. More money for MSS. Oh, a curse just to grab Fear. Fear just getting chomped away by his own bear. I don't know. We might see the towel thrown in here soon, Fog. This is bad business association.
I think they should. No, the bear.
This is now just a
MSS
simulation.
wants it. He wants the bear.
Oh, not
He's
going to
not
get
gonna
it. Running back. If they're going to play on, they're going to like, okay, guys, well, we got to imagine that this is a real big land, and we are at these kind of odds. We got to simulate and hope that we can pull out the hallelujah comeback. But to be honest, it's hard to even build a storyline for business associates in this game at this point without having that big punctual team fight or a way to really hold the line. It feels like Quincy crew can do as they please. The Roche is up. Why not just kind of go back, get the Aegis here, and try to put a lid on it?
Yep. They've got the medallion for that too, and the solar crest is almost finished up as well. So, yep, quick, easy Roche. No way that business associates have any way in hell of fighting this one because they just have no damage and no team fight in their lineup. I mean, this one's 99. This one's 100 to 0. Actually, I can't see them ever taking a fight versus Quincy crew with this type of advantage. And they just have no like they're disabled, right? It's all single target lasso, single target fire blast. I mean, Cookie can catch multiple targets, but in this type of scenario, it's pretty tough to land on that.
Yeah.
Hell out is very unlikely.
All right, quickly picking
and
up the
there's an
Aegis.
LC who can just dispel everything.
Yeah, no one is easy. If they think they got the jump on the gyro, there's going to be so much to bail out and save him. He is throwing out these Spirit Vessel charges, but this time, yeah, MSS is there to leapfrog in and go for the quick finish. But Fear is such, low level and low farm. He'll be back in just 20 seconds time. Not the longest death timer for the little support. But now here comes Quincy knocking at the door. I see some Moose Creek cutting action here in the mid lane. That's cute and fun. Trying to slow it down. Quincy, did Quincy just go for tier 4s? Just go for tier 4s, guys. Oh, okay, here comes business. What do they do? What's their jump in? Can 9 lasso anybody here? And if he does, it's got to be MSS. Otherwise, that lasso will go nowhere. He can't find a lasso. Oh, no. He's been snowballed. And he's dead. Curse onto Brax. Double tornado catch on him and Fear. They both go down. Yuar does fall. All right, they got his Aegis. And then they get moo. Everybody's dead. Fear says we've had enough, and that's GG. We're going to game 3 finally. All right.
Radiant
Yeah, I mean, the last game was, I guess, closer. I feel like there's more of a chance of a comeback. This one was over from the moment Biver picked Tusk.
I can't remember now, but I feel like maybe Business Associates had ideas for something special. I don't know what warranted the second pick Ogre. It's cool, but Tusk, he's the 4 position I think you really want to get a hold of. That guy is cool. Ogre, your time has passed a bit, at least for how things worked out. And
Bristle Bat, Lone Druid cores. It feels a little bit weird. They don't feel like your usual that we see. Like it's tough to make plays. I think this game was all reliant on if 9 has a good lane, and if he doesn't have a good lane, the game is almost impossible for them to really make plays. Because I feel like I feel like Legion Commanders. This pick was so godly. Like they picked Legion Commander versus Bat Rider and Bristleback.
Yeah, that seemed like the perfect.
That's
pick.
the dream, actually.
Yeah, it unfortunate. I think Business Associates kind of just had a different focus on the draft because even the bands at that point, they were targeting out like DP and such, and they probably were in for a rude awakening when they saw some of these picks come out from Quincy Crew's side. So maybe credit to SVG on that one. And now we just really know it comes down to a strong draft, strong lanes, and if either of these teams build up that bit of momentum, they clearly can execute and make their lineup work. So